Hi, friends. Greeting from Singapore. I'm really privileged and honored uh, to share my life experience and a few words of not wisdom, but just again a synthesis of my experiences here together with you. So, greetings from Singapore. And I started my life as a young working adult working for a company called HCL. Uh, I started with them in India, went to the US to start HCL America in the US. But very soon, I was being in the Silicon Valley, I realized that the entrepreneurial bug had uh, bitten me. And from being a worker myself, I wanted to shift gears and become an entrepreneur. A chief drivers behind my entrepreneurship was that I felt that I wanted to have the immediate impact of my idea to change. That was really the reason behind my entrepreneurial journey. I was passionate about an idea. I was partnering with other friends who shared the same ethos, same belief as myself. And we were lucky that we were able to actually get our venture off the ground rather quickly and also taste success. So slowly over a period of time, we refined uh, after one venture when we sold that business to a second venture, to a third venture. We learned a lot, and really the power of the team, the power of working together showed us tremendous amount of success as a tech entrepreneur in the Silicon Valley. Subsequent to that, then after having run those businesses and having gotten some amount of liquidity, I switched gears and then became an investor. And my investment really was in two areas. One, for profit, corporate investment. And the second one was really around social entrepreneurship. Actually, those two are not vastly different because we are governed by very similar ethical values in both those lines of businesses. I think in social entrepreneurship, your emphasis is more on social impact. And the journey of social impact, has also changed a lot. Much of the change previously used to be based upon the kindness of people and through charities. That's how social change was being brought about. But I'm glad that the management principles that we all learned in running our businesses, applying them with a good, solid value system in solving these social problems, that to us has brought a very good model of social change. And I would urge to all of you young people out there who are listening to this message to say that think about the impact of whatever you're doing today and think of everything that you're doing today in terms of the social element behind that as well. As we started off in the corporate world by measuring a single dimension on our balance sheets, and that was purely from a profit and loss basis. But now we have shifted gears and we now called the triple net, right? Where we are not only measuring the economic impact, but we are also measuring social impact. And of course, now more importantly, the ecological impact. And it's very germane to talk about ecology and climate as the COP26 is going on in Glasgow. Although I won't touch upon that, and that's a subject by itself, and we leave that to talk for another day. But on the social impact, I would urge all of you to think very strongly that good businesses are profitable businesses. These two are not mutually inclusive. And definition of good businesses is when you are doing good by all the stakeholders. Okay, and social stakeholder is the largest stakeholder. The economic stakeholder may be few, but the social stakeholder is the largest stakeholder. And so therefore, what does it really mean to go about bringing this social change and a social enterprise? Of course, some things are very common in all businesses. You have to have a very strong entrepreneurial acumen. You have to have ingenuity, you have to have courage, and of course, you have to have the collaborative working of many like-minded people. There are, in my own experience, I've always worked with other co-founders, and I found that a team working together is so much more impactful than an individual working together. Of course, this has been my personal experience, and it's not to take away credit from all those individual entrepreneurs who have done it, who have done very well for themselves and who are leaders in their own rights. I do not in any way mean to belittle their effort or to say that that is not the right thing. I'm just sharing with you my own personal journey, and I'm a strong proponent that a team, working well, even if you may be the only person with the original idea, but you need a team to execute. And therefore, a team working together and people who think like-mindedly are very, very essential. And it also just doesn't remain only to the team, but really is to how do you build a whole network. Since many of you are essentially coming from a very diverse geographical background, I think one of the areas that is underserved today for us, is in the rural areas. And for those of you, I would say that in the rural areas or semi-urban areas, there's massive amount of opportunity over there. And you don't have to rush to to big towns. You don't have to rush to centers of the capital of the economic capitals of the world, like New York, London, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Singapore, etc. But look around in your own villages, in your own districts, and look at the local innovator, because you have to innovate and bring about change based upon the means that are available to you locally. And there are lots and lots of examples of very, very successful social entrepreneurs, who thought of change at the local level, started there, co-opted people. If you heard about in the world of microfinance, the father of microfinance, the person who started microfinance, Muhammad Yunus, in Bangladesh, he started Grameen Bank. His whole model was based upon local entrepreneurship, bunch of people coming together, helping alleviate poverty through microfinance. So, another pioneer in India, for example, is Verghese Kurian, who started the White Revolution for us. He went to Gujarat, started in Anand, got a lot of the local milk cooperatives, and really made us independent. And you, of course, now all know Amul, which is a household brand name. Or you think about Salman Khan, Khan Academy. He completely democratized the whole way in which we are doing education. Small place, of course, he started in Silicon Valley, got some lessons going together, etc., and brought about a big shift in how education is being done. So wherever you think of, whatever idea you have, network effect, local innovator, working together, and ensuring constantly that my ultimate stakeholder, which is the society at large, how every day I'm having a big impact on that. If you can do that, you are not only just leaving a legacy for yourself, but you are actually leaving behind a much better world for everybody that is following behind you. So I would urge you all, realize your dreams, channel your energy, build a better world, and think about every day how you're actually moving the world together. One person, one idea, one product at a time, but really how you're driving that. I wish you all the very best and wish you a wonderful meeting. And if there's anything I can ever do for any one of you, feel free to reach out to me. Good luck. All the best.